them stepping stone albums and shit, if I gotta give you them to have my ownership and shit, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Them stepping stones, you know, like, but I'm not giving everything to nobody, bro.
Welcome to another episode of urLifestyle podcast. We got Big Bizzy in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? You good?
Hell yeah, I gotta say, man, I've been bumping the tape lately. I appreciate the exclusive listen.
For sure. I'm thinking later this month, like late May, early June. Like at the latest, mid-June. Definitely, I want to get it out when the summer get good and all.
Nah, that's definitely some vibes for the summer. Bro, I'm listening to the interlude.
About the phone call, right?
Yeah, the phone call. What was going on?
Okay. Shit. Motherfuckers in the studio at the time. I had noticed she had posted some shit on her Instagram story, I think. She was calling some song lyrics, talking about dick being for the world or some shit. Some crazy shit. What the fuck? So I called her. You feel me? Like, I ain't playing none of that. I don't do the texting, none of that. I call her on the phone, no FaceTime or nothing. Call her. And in the midst of it, you know, it does. I ain't never gonna admit to it, you know. But that's just how it went. At the end of it, I said I love you. That's just how I get down. Anytime I speak to you, I don't give a fuck who you is. Like, they could do my last time, I love you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the nature of the conversation was, you know. That was it, you know. That was real too. You heard it was a phone call
real time
coming in. It was a phone call. I was like, hate they didn't get that one too, but it was a phone call coming in. You feel me? That I wish could have got recorded. My granddad would call me because it was so late at the studio and shit. And me being out late, and he think I'm whatever. So yeah, that's what it was.
Was it a situation where like why she do that, but you was just still trying to like be cool?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't be giving no fucks. I ain't one of them. Instagram don't mean nothing. I know that's how other people get down too. Like me and all the real private people, like, well, really too much. Put our business on the neck. We beefing. Nobody know that shit.
Nobody need to know.
Nobody need to know that shit. And that's just the way it be. And even in our personal life, you know what I'm saying? I don't even really talk to my partners or parent, nobody about what I'm going through with my girl. It's reliable. Hell no. I don't talk outside about this shit.
And I was gonna say, like, right after the interlude, you followed it up with a song. You were getting like real deep on there, talking about how you was getting caught up. Like, what was going on there?
Yeah, that wasn't. I made that song probably like a whole year before that phone call. So obviously that's like, stuff happens. That wasn't the same female I was talking about. So it just so happened that it came out like that. The art side of that shit.
That transition crazy.
The art side of that shit. But yeah, I got into that. And that was real shit. Like, we had just broke up. And right when I recorded that, like, we stayed together, all that type of shit. And bad breakup. And nigga, that was I don't even think, I ain't even write that shit before I got to the studio. That was all off top. I was like, freestyle, punch in type of shit. That was just how I was feeling at that moment. Then I had just lost my dear best friend from like middle school. That was like my best friend in middle school all the way up until my freshman year of high school. Me and him we didn't lose touch. We fell out, I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't no beef when he passed though. We just never got around to like talking and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I of course I hate that, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. my nigga James for sure. My first interview, I can't let this go without saying R.I.P. James for sure. Yeah.
And that shit just kind of just spilled out in the studio.
Just came out, bro. Like, it was all that pain. Like, you could hear this shit, bro. I'm crying in that motherfucker.
Oh, word.
Yeah, that was one of them.
What kind of studio session that was?
Quiet. Of course, it was with me and Rio, but when I was recording, bro, it was. Of course, I always talk to Rio, he featured on there, but he recorded it as well and mixed all that shit. So he was mixing it. So of course I'm asking him, is it cool? Like, I know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was one of them ones. Yeah, I feel like he brought some light to the song. Like he was more upbeat and shit, but I damn sure like I know, and that's how I record, like based off how I'm feeling. Well, I mean, got there during the day and it finished there. That's how a lot of shit my shit be. I don't really go in there or I'm in there for 3 hours. But nah, I might be in that bitch 5-6 hours recording one song. You get what I'm saying? Just depending on how deep I'm into that shit. And I think that one, that shit took a little minute. Yeah, probably like 4 hours, 3 hours.
I can tell you took your time on that shit right there.
Yeah,
You had like stuff to get off your chest.
For sure. And that's how I don't do well. I ain't got to the point yet in my music where I don't take the lead in the song. So like I always go in that bitch. Whatever the fuck come out my mind is what the fuck is gonna go on that track. But like I ain't got well with letting it, even with the shit you heard with me and Guy. Remember I told you I don't think I even heard his verse, bro. Or if he did record a verse, it wasn't the one he put on that motherfucker. Cause when he sent it back to me, I'm just like, damn, I gotta re-record my shit for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Like as soon as the beat dropped, you started like you was just flowing on that shit.
Crazy. Another reason I say I wanted to re-record it too is I was in a bad mood that day. I ain't really. If me and him hadn't set that up prior to that, I wouldn't have went. Like it was his session, so I had to go type shit, but I wasn't even in the mood to be in the studio. So I felt like that came off in the track too, but it actually came off on some. Cause I didn't like it, bro, for the longest until I saw how other people reacted to it, and that's how a lot of my like. The ones, that's how it be, but like I don't be really liking that shit too much. But once a lot of other people be like, bro, this probably like your hardest shit or some shit like that. And I'm damn for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a couple songs out like that. So like, you know, of course you got the ones where you know, like, okay, niggas gonna fuck with this one, but and I got a couple of them ones, but I got them sleepers where it's like, wow, like I ain't think y'all wanna fuck with this. I just put it out for y'all type shit.
The song you had dropped with God, what was people talking about when they heard that? Clearing Hurdles, right?
Clearing Hurdles. Shit, for the longest. See, that song, I don't know if God told you or not, that song old as hell. Like, that's 2020, maybe not 19, probably like 20 for sure though.
It don't sound
maybe
new.
21, nah, hell nah, cause 21, he released this shit in 21. Oh, he was done with this. Yeah, he was down. It was definitely 2020. We recorded that shit. But guys, he take his time with that shit too. So that was another thing. Like my vocals was super low on that, but that's how I rap too. But so he had to finagle with my shit and shit like that. Even still on something with that bass in that motherfucker, you probably can't hear everything I'm saying. But like I said, it was that old, so everybody I played it for before it came out was fucking with it. So I'm like, okay, like you get what I'm saying? And then when it came out and then going to the listening party and seeing how people was reacting to it, I'm like, oh, okay, alright, I did that shit. You was icing on the cake. You are hearing goddamn your interview. I'm like, okay, alright, okay, I did it. You know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? But I always beat myself up because Guy's a lyrical nigga. And I wanna be, I kind of credit myself on my lyrics and like my wordplay and shit like that, but Guy on a different level with that shit, cause he's able to like do that shit and subject matter be on some crazy shit, like nigga talking about fucking anime and movies and shit that I probably ain't seen, like, you know what I'm saying, or I may have seen. That was like what we talking about before we recording and shit, like expanding that subject matter and shit, like that's one of them like things that I ain't gonna say I struggle with, but I'm trying to like get better with and shit. It's like talking about shit that I either experienced, seen that's outside of just like normal life shit, like and tying it into my life and making it sound cool type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like making references to Avatar or like shit like that. You know, it's like damn, okay, so he don't watch that before. Obviously he know enough to. Shit like that. So but people fuck with it. So it answers your question.
I was gonna say, like, you was talking about your subject matter. I feel like, you know, from the songs I heard, you really in your bag when you were talking about like deep personal shit. Yeah. Shit that you actually done been through.
Yeah, and like that's my favorite type of shit to like make. I kind of got away from that shit. I feel like on this recent project though that I kind of got me. I don't know if I want to just drop just yet. Cause for sure, like I got some bangers on there, and I done had bangers in the past that done did decent. No, like my most streamed shit is like them bangers. But also my probably first most streamed for sure, and like I got 3 most streams for like. But 2 of them, 1 of them is in 2 because I released them as a single and I released it on the project. So it did 2 different things, but they both big, like they did big. Those are, so 2 of those 3 are sad songs type shit. Then the last one is like one of them.
The overdose.
Like,
that shit bump in the car.
Overdose, yeah. That was one of them ones like, I can't say I put too much thought into because I didn't. Like, I don't like making music like that though. That's different for me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people fuck with it, don't get me wrong, but I know I'm capable of way more. And for the project to be overdose, and I want, that's why I think that originally was gonna be like my intro, but I think I'm just gonna make that like song number 2 and do like a deeper intro type shit. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe keep that as intro, then come with a deeper song right after that type shit. Like, cause Crazy is cool, but that shit, I want to give them some more up to date what's going on with me and show them folks I'm still on that, and I know how to goddamn make it sound good too. You know what I'm saying? Like a banger is what I like to call them, motherfucker.
That overdose start to tape off too strong. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's.
I'm probably keep that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know.
I like the responses we getting too.
I don't know if people seen the cover yet, but the cover's stupid.
I ain't even dropped that motherfucker. I kinda did, but I ain't got it on my page yet. Like, I think I did it on like my close friends or some shit like that. Once I try that motherfucker on the page, it's gonna go crazy.
It's on your United Masters link. If you click on that link.
Yeah, it is. I think I got the cover. If I'm not mistaken. No. So on Overdose, that's not the cover for the project. It looked like it, but that's not the finished cover for the project. The actual, I sent you that motherfucker. The actual cover with my face in them, like, that's the one.
That's going up.
That's the one. I want them to think that Overdose shit is it. Nah, I'm gonna drop that, but I'm gonna wait to drop that when I know like everything in line and I'm gonna want to drop the project. Like, and I ain't necessarily got like the goddamn. I still got a couple more. Like I said, I want to about 1 or 2 more songs on there, and then shoot about 2 or 3 videos to go.
And then it's go time.
It's go time, bro. And like I said, like that fresh shit and the fresh shit, like interviews and shit like that. Like I'm all that shit gonna come like as the project come out. Then I want to do like merch and shit to push that motherfucker, like all types of shit, like indirect merchandising and marketing and shit. Like I want to do all that type of shit. So,
what kind of route you going for the merch?
Streetwear.
Streetwear.
I want to do goddamn probably like, since the summer come out, I probably want to do a t-shirt and short set. Then I for sure want to, of course, like it's an Atlanta nigga, I always gonna wear hoodie and sweats set, of course, and some shit like that. I even might do goddamn I just feel like some one-on-ones or like I may do 2 or 3 of them, like some custom Air Force Ones and some shit too. You know, so like get that flavor. I ain't found nobody exactly that I trust to design that shit. Yeah, I think I do. But it would be probably something new for him too. I probably just gave myself an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that. And not only with the hoodie and I don't want to do the hoodie and sweat set like everybody else. I want my shit to be like, for one, I don't want it to be, I don't know, like if I want to talk about it right now, if you just wearing that shit, I don't want niggas to think they wearing my trying to promote my project and no shit. Like I want it to be like a brand in itself type shit.
That's actual clothing line.
Exactly, type shit. So it's gonna have like quotes on there probably from my music and shit like that, but it don't have to necessarily, niggas ain't gotta know that shit. It's just some cool ass shit that they think on a goddamn see the hood the whole time. They don't know that they probably promote me. You get what I'm saying? Whether people gonna take it or not. That's why I say every one I'm probably gonna put something like a sticker in there or some shit like this, something to let people know. Shit, if you do this, I'll give you a free hoodie, or you know what I'm saying, if it gets such and such, I'll do this, or, you know what I'm saying, like different shit just off the, like that impact shit we was talking about, like making an impact type shit, like that's where I'm trying to go with that shit. And then with the streetwear shit, like I want to do like pants like this, like a lot of niggas just do the joggers and shit, like do pants like this, or I got a stylist, this girl I went to high school with. She actually like hand sews shit. So I want her to I wanna get like what we was talking about, those the blanks and shit. I wanna get the blanks in and shit like that, and then have her like stitch extra pockets on that shit, and like actually like put extra shit on there, like along with the designs and shit I put on there.
Just come different.
Like come way different type shit. Niggas like, okay, I like this shit. I'm gonna buy this shit on. I ain't even know what this shit got something to do with it, but music and shit. But shit, since he do it, I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm all in.
Rock with it.
I'm all in. So that's the way I'm trying to go with this shit.
And it seems like you take that same approach with the music. Like you ain't trying to sign no deal. Like why you trying to go to independent rap?
Cause it's the most frugal right now. Now don't get me wrong. Like I always say, like I think I said in my I forgot what song it is, but I said Big Dog and
Yeah, the cha-cha slide.
Cha-cha slide. So I say ain't signing for no petty deal, ain't like them other guys. So I sign. You know what I mean? But it gotta make sense. Ownership is the biggest thing for me. Even if it's on some, I think Empire do this like this. So like they make it you in advance, and once you recoup everything they give you, you own your shit and everything. Even if it's some shit like that, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm digging myself out that hole. You know what I'm saying? They just gave me the money to promote that, whatever the fuck I need to do. Like down there, just like an advance on my profits type shit. I do some shit like that, and that's more so on the partnership side. I'm pretty much paying them the distribution deal. Yeah, distribution deal type shit. So I down sure do some shit like that, but niggas ain't talking ownership or shit like that. I need to be able to make money off my shit, cause that's how I came in this shit. What the fuck I'm giving this another nigga for?
Exactly.
What the fuck how much you giving me, bro? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that shit.
So just a distribution deal. What if a nigga come to you with a good number?
Good number. We can talk. Don't get me wrong. Like I ain't never had no real money. Like of course, nigga done made money in the streets or whatever shit like that. Like I ain't never like had no 50,000 or no 100,000 or shit like that. So it's like if it makes sense, bro. And like I said, I'm still talking ownership, bro. Or something that makes sense, bro. Hell yeah. Like I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's the right number. And like I said, I always said like too, like right now, the music I'm making. Now, yeah, if I make it big and shit, niggas gonna always go back and listen to shit and shit like that. But right now, it's not gonna be where if I got a platinum single and shit like that, with that money gonna be no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, like I said, time go by, it might go platinum and shit like that. So, them stepping stone albums and shit, if I gotta give you them to have my ownership and shit, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Them stepping stones, you know, like, but I'm not giving everything like nobody, bro.
Nah, I can't do it.
Fuck no, not doing it.
And that kind of align with your rap name, bro, because I was going to say, like, this ain't just no rap name for you. This is like your lifestyle persona.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
How you come up with that?
I call it 3 B's. Like, that shit, Big Boss B. Like my Instagram name. That's me. Like, big shit and shit funny. Like, that shit on everything. So, like, serious comedy and shit. When I go to Chick-fil-A, and folks, man, maybe Big B. So they expecting this big ass nigga.
Yeah.
Come on now, like, but nigga, that shit, and I feel like manifestation, that shit real. So like, shit, I may not be big to you, but in my mind, I'm big. One day, I'm gonna be that. You get what I'm saying? So that's my mindset with all that shit. I want to do everything big. That's why the project called Overdose. Like, nah, it ain't no like. We ain't like, yeah, nigga do it, like, nigga done did drugs, nigga made double and double or whatever like that, but it ain't on no, oh, we overdosing on drugs. Now this shit, we doing everything big, bro. And boss, that shit speak for itself. Like, I'm a boss, like, in everything. Like, I work for myself. I move when I move type shit. I don't really too much fuck around with nigga telling me what to do or no shit like that. So that's the boss shit. That's it, and that's just how I live, bro. And then B, my name Brian. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is simple as this shit gets. 3 B's. And you're like, yeah. And Big Bizzy. That shit came from it. First it was Big B. Like, I already explained Big and B. And Bizzy came from shit. My girlfriend gave me that name. That was, I ain't even know it, but that was my name on her phone. So I looked up, like, why the fuck is that my name in your phone? I don't know what the fuck she said. I think she said some shit like, you always doing something, like, you always moving and some shit. So shit like that. So when God was releasing the Clearing Hurdles, he couldn't release it as Big B featuring Big B because there was so many people who had that name. So I was forced to change my shit. So goddamn, that's what I ended up doing. I went with Big Bizzy. I think they had the way I wanted to spell it at first. They already had that, so I had to put 2 Y's, but it's Big Bizzy, B-I-Z-Z-Y. But if you want to look me up on our platform, it's Big B-I-G-B-I-Z-Z-Y-Y.
And so when you released your music in the past, you went by Big B?
Big B. But all that shit changed to Big Bizzy now. Like
okay.
I released my shit to United Masters, so I was able to reach out to them and get all that shit changed over. That shit took probably like a week or 2, but they was able to get it done.
How you fucking with United Masters?
I fucked with it. At first I did, but I think it was because of the name shit I was telling you about. So they was taking shit very, 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 very like anal. Like they was real anal about everything, like cover arts but now it's like they see I'm a up and coming artist. I'm not that Big B, whoever that was, like the big white dude I was telling you about, the rapper dude. They was confusing me with, so I can release down there whatever the fuck I want to release now, and they ain't tripping about it. Like now maybe like once them streams and all that shit start rolling in and niggas start making phone calls and all that type of shit, then it's different. But right now, like I fuck with them, and then I got the select shit with them, so I'm a select artist, which means I pay $60 a year to motherfucking
Oh, they let you own your shit when
they
you
let you own everything. So I take that. I done made time like some money times that off my music, so I pay that $60 a year, and that opens you up to getting my shit on not just the major streaming platforms, but TikTok, Instagram, all that type of shit, like everything.
Them placements.
Yeah, them real places, and Instagram pay money, nigga. Like I done had some money coming from Instagram, and nigga 2, 3 streams, 4, 5 streams, maybe 10. I don't know. Where I made like $5 from Instagram one month just off Instagram alone, and that was the most I had. And this is like I ain't dropped no music in probably like years, so that was probably like I probably average now probably like $10 a month just off my music and shit. So like it's like one of them type of months where I ain't on my other platforms. I'm probably making cents that equal up to $5 type shit. Whereas just on Instagram, I don't make $5 type shit. So Instagram pays for sure. And then you can put your shit in. Get your like they got little things you can put your shit in for video games and movies and all types of shit, bro. Twitch, like all types of overtime, like different basketball, like the overtime elite. Playlist and shit, like all types of shit. They got your shit. So I fuck with United Masters for sure.
Niggas probably think $5 like, bro, that ain't no money, but bro, on them streams, that's a lot of
Man,
money.
Yeah, that shit add up.
And before you had got the select, like you wasn't really seeing too much coming in, huh?
I was, cause my streams was there. I always had a good amount of streams, so I was making 90-10. And now I'm 100. You know what I'm saying? I kept 90, they kept 10. Now I'm 100. So now what you said about motherfucking like that shit adding up. So yeah, that little 10% do make a little change in that shit. Like I'm getting, it probably used to be $3, now I'm getting $4 and $4.50 and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that shit do like add up for sure. And 10% on a lower amount is definitely more than if it was goddamn. It hit more rather than if it was goddamn higher amount. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, bro, getting into the project, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, I appreciate that exclusive listen.
mm-hmm.
I had bumped it like 4 times. On the 3rd time, I'm like, okay, this shit different. I didn't really understand it at first.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask. So like the first, I read your the outlines you sent me. So like the first couple times, like what was your thought process? Did you not like the music, or like what was your thought process with the shit?
Nah, so
that's what I feared.
Definitely when I heard Overdose, I'm like, damn, this is how you start the tape up.
Okay.
Then the second song was going up. Okay. Then I told you about Cha Cha Slide.
Okay.
I'm like, damn, this shit kind of different. I'm gonna have to come back to it. So I ain't really grasped it on the first listen. Then the interlude, that shit was too funny. Then the song after that, that's probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
What I mean by I ain't grabs it was like different vibes on there because I told you.
Yeah,
I can't.
all over the place.
You all over the place. I can't really pinpoint your inspiration.
Yeah.
I can't really pinpoint like how you finna come on the song. So I'm like hitting me with different shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the fourth listen, and then I kind of tied everything together. I'm like, okay, this shit going up. And then I'm like, the title overdose, but like, you know, it's a little drug references here and there, but you ain't really talking about no drugs that heavy. And I'm kind of figuring out. That's why it kind of threw me off guard. So I'm like, all right, the title overdose, but you really having some songs on there that's gonna catch people off guard.
It's like, personally, I'm gonna say, goddamn, you ain't heard the full thing, so like, I do want to add some more like interludes in there too, that kind of like damn near paint a story to all that shit. So it's like you going, okay, like how you said, like the transition from the phone call to that song, like okay, like you see, all right, that's how that move came, all right. Whereas I want to do another one. You'll see how like the move to maybe Cha Cha Slide came with big shit, popping type shit, like some real shit though. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get them moments in there. So that's something that probably I feel like could help people, like, you know what I'm saying, put it all together and shit.
On the song Real Me, you was talking about that shit. So like the drug references, is it just cause you know you just trying to get over the pain, or that's something you like to do? Like what's going on there?
Yeah, like me and drugs got a crazy story. I've been smoking since like 12 years old, bro. I'm 23 now, so like that shit been a part of my life. Now as far as the other shit, like of course you hear that shit in the songs. I was turned up by Future, goddamn, at 11 years old. So you can just imagine like what I'm hearing. That's just one artist I'm listening to. I'm really on that underground Atlanta street shit. Like, so I'm hearing about all this shit, and it wasn't until like I like 8th, 9th grade, like a nigga started like hearing this shit and actually looking it up and figuring out what this shit was. And okay, I got these, or I done had these before, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't know what I was taking type shit. I had surgery on my arm. So I think my first time actually like dabbling in some perks or some shit like that, like yeah, they were actually Percocet 5s, to be exact. I got them was off of surgery type shit. Then I look up 2 years later, I'm hearing about them. Okay, I still got these. Let me see what these talking about again. Cause when I'm taking them before, I'm not thinking this is what I'm taking, so I don't know that I'm high. People not looking back at it, I remember my auntie was like, "Well, you high as hell like I'm at."
Yeah.
Goddamn, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But so I go back, do whatever, and damn, okay, so this what they talking about in the music. And it wasn't until like I say probably like I was grown, bro. Probably like. Of course, like I said, 9th grade, like, nigga, my first time drinking lean and popping perks on shit was back then in 10th grade and shit like that. But, like, me actually, like, getting into that shit, I'd probably say, like, 18, 19. I was on some other shit with it. Like, I was selling this shit. Like, main long story short, I was selling this shit. I was selling drink, though, like, actual pints of lean. We did, like, towards the end, we got in the perks and shit, and that by that, finding out who sell what, and because I'm wholesaling and all that shit, that's how I got into that shit. And then it's down to like I'm getting it for free too, so I'm taking as much as I can and doing as much as I can down there for free. You get what I'm saying? And I'm still making profit off this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how a nigga got into that shit for sure. I started using it on some music shit, you know what I'm saying? So I go to it, that's how I rapped in 9th grade, and I ain't stopped again. I stopped like probably like 12th grade when I went to college and shit. And when I came home from college, after my sophomore year, that's when I came home for good and shit, I started back rapping. And I made my first song that summer. I ain't like that shit, I still ain't dropped it. And then I came back later on that summer, made another song, and I ended up dropping that motherfucker with I had a producer and shit back then, and motherfucking I think I down there did like I ain't do a whole EP with that producer, but we did a lot of cuts like on that first project. We recorded probably like 1 or 2 of them with him, and then I branched off and went to another studio, still using some of his beats and shit and other beats and shit. And that's how the biggest came together. And I ain't looked back since then. So that was like right after I came back from college and shit. So, but all through that shit, I'm using drugs. Like getting high. Started as like perks and shit, and we. I never could record without something to smoke. So like that always came with recording. But then that shit got to like perks. I know it's like okay, I can like that heart, like that deep music and shit you was talking about. Like that's how a lot of that shit came about. Like being fucking geeked as a motherfuckers really talking that shit. You know, so I formed reliance on that shit. After a while, you look up. I'm in the studio every day. You know what I'm saying? You look up, you're doing that shit every day. So, yeah, I had to take a little step back from the music shit because I noticed it was fucking up my real life. You know what I'm saying? So, maintaining relationships and with girls, with partners, whoever the case may be, because I'm high or I'm moody because I ain't high or shit, I'm so high I don't give a fuck about what the fuck, how you feel about it. All I could just give a shit like that. So that shit started playing a part into a lot of on and off about money and jobs. If I'm working or if I'm fucking out doing my thing elsewhere, I'm fucking up the money, goddamn. Yeah, like just all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Or going to the studio, all that type of shit. And all that shit costs money. You know what I'm saying? So that shit just started fucking up everything around me. You know? And wrecked a couple cars. That's another thing with the overdose shit. And I'm like on my I like 8th, 9th car type shit. I'm 23. I've been driving since I was 17, going on 18, but you feel me? So I like 6 years and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
shit was just fucking up.
Shit just fucking up, bro. And I ain't wrecking these cars just on no high shit. You know what I'm saying? But shit just fucking up. Like I'm big on energy and what you put out there. So shit, who's to say goddamn this ain't my car? You know what I'm saying? So after I wrecked the one I financed, nigga, I gotta run them, fuck that shit up. Hey, they was on some dumb shit. Like I got down, backed out and fucked the light up and shit. But it's just like, why did shit keep happening? And that's around the time I made the Moving Fast song, break up, all this shit. I'm back living at home, so everybody looking at you crazy, like what the fuck you know what I'm saying? Thought you moving out on your own, all that type of shit, bro. So everything was just fucking up around me, bro. So nigga had to take a big step back from recording, motherfucking. Man, when I do record, I probably still do be high. And I don't be as high, but I be high. I ain't gonna sit here and just cap. But shit, I ain't been to the studio in a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? So that's not my life no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit just getting some money and figuring out what the fuck I can do to get this music shit where I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the biggest thing for me right now, bro.
So looking back on all that, what type of time you on right now?
Now, like I'm working, figuring out next moves. Goddamn, like I said, like the nigga deal with me that I'm smoking weed now. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like everything goes, like I kind of look at this shit negatively now. Like it's like my dad had a conversation with me a long time ago, like before he even knew I was fucked up on this shit, like telling me like, and I think this man just been about weed type shit. He started looking at, I think he said his problem was like liquors and shit. Yeah, liquor. So he started looking at all the positive shit he did when he wasn't on liquor, and all the fucked up shit he did while he was on liquor, and all the positive shit. So all the positive and fucked up shit he did when he was on liquor, and then all the positive and fucked up shit he did when he wasn't. And weigh the two, and it's like you more sufficient and efficient sober. You know what I'm saying? Now, who's to say like niggas have fun? You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with socially doing whatever the fuck you do. But once it start, you can't do nothing without it. And no matter what, bro, whatever the fuck it is, if you can't do nothing without it, that's always gonna play a part on the shit around you. You know what I'm saying? So that's like where I'm at with that shit now. Like I don't even look at it the same way. And I done been as high as I wanted to be. I done been as sober as I wanted to be. I done did it. So it's like, and I kind of did it at my like as much as I've wanted to do it. You get what I'm saying? So it's not one of them things like, oh my God, it's here, I gotta have it. Like, nah, like, any moment, this weed gonna be here, that drink gonna be there, and the person gonna be like, oh, this shit gonna be there. So it's like, it's not, and it took a minute, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that now, like, I did it. It's like, man, I wish I would type shit. Like, man, like, or go, like, I wish I would go down that road again type shit, you know what I'm saying?
And I know that kind of helped your creativity out with the music. So how you approaching the music now?
Shit, that's how I got got over that shit. Writing a lot.
Okay.
Even if it wasn't music, like just writing positive shit down, bro. What I do is I write a whole bunch of shit before I go to the studio. And of course, like the beat I like the most, I'm probably focus on that one. If I get to the other one, I get to it. A lot of times I don't. So, record one at a time. Then out of whatever the fuck I write, I go and record that shit. Whichever one I like, feel like I gotta record, like I go and record that shit. Like I still like that heartfelt shit. I got some shit heartfelt that I need to go and record type shit. But I ain't got down. Them days I went in the studio, I ain't been on that mood. So,
what kind of mood you been in lately? I know you said like you was trying to pop your shit on this tape.
I feel like, yeah, I pop my shit a lot on this shit. The mood I've been in, how do I say it? I can still talk about that shit, like that fuck, like that deep shit, like whatever the fuck going on. And I got a lot of shit like that I ain't either recorded or I ain't dropped. But it take me back to that place I was telling you about, like, you know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to be on some positive shit, so a lot of my shit. And still, you may not catch it this more, but even on them, like, big shit poppings or them cha-cha slides and shit like that, on them motherfuckers, I'm still talking about current shit and what's going on in my life. It's just in a different way. And like I said, like, it's not perceived as something I don't think. Like, shit I know, you know what I'm saying, because of the way I'm saying it type shit. So, I mean, I still kind of put my pain in there, just, I'm doing it kind of different, you know what I'm saying, and I make reference to shit, and it may sound like I'm glorifying it, like I may say I sold this or I did that, but I ain't proud of that shit, you know what I'm saying, and on the flip side, a lot of times I'm going to tell you the flip side of that shit, you know what I'm saying, like, what can go down or what went down, or, you know what I'm saying, and you can take it how you want to take it based off of how I'm saying it or whatever the fuck you think the case may be, but it's real shit, man, you know what I'm saying, and it ain't, I make it clear to everybody, but like, life death shit real. Don't go out trying to be a superhero, no gangster. Like, that shit ain't gonna get you too much in nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I keep my music shit.
And now that you say everything and how I was telling you about when I first heard the tape, I kind of was caught off guard. Now I'm hearing everything full circle. It makes sense. Like, I'm kind of putting everything together.
Yeah.
Cause I heard your previous shit and I'm like, damn, like he in his bag. And then I hear this shit and it's kind of like a whole nother like lane. So now that's why it caught me off guard. But now that I'm hearing everything, you know what I'm saying, you're just trying to get away from that, you know, the previous stuff that you was going through.
Yeah. And then on top of that, see, I ain't even mentioned this. Like I told you, I want to do like 2-3 videos. I want to do like on one of them videos. Like I'm thinking about doing a video of the overdose. And on that video, like, cause I kind of like told you what the project kind of consists of, and I kind of like put you in some situations that I've been in. So I'm gonna actually like do in the video to that, like I want it to be like a short film type thing. So like we acting out like what's going on in these songs type shit. And I may even stretch it to like interludes, like moving fast, like figure out like, okay, let's record me on the phone. Now, yeah, that was a real phone call, but of course, like me actually acting it out, not gonna be, it's like I'm actually acting it out and shit, but like I may stretch as far as that. So like, and name the shit like overdose official, fucking like instead of official video, like official goddamn movie like trailer, mini movie, or you know what I'm saying, overdose official mini movie or some shit like that, along with the song playing in the background. You get what I'm saying?
Tough.
You know what I'm saying? And then like the end of it, that's kind of why the end of it like that. Mr. Yeah, and then like that's we flipping between scenes. Like I'm showing you like what that overdose is type shit. You know what I'm saying? We going over the top of everything, that big shit. You know
Nah, that's hard. You can't even get them too much sauce on that. You just gotta hit them with it.
You just gotta hit them with it. Yeah. And that's why like my first 3 projects I just threw out there. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like it was overlooked in the sense of niggas ain't know where I was coming from on none of them. This one I'm like, okay, I want them to know where I'm coming from. And I thought about just straight putting it out there, like maybe just writing down like what this shit consists. Like you know how like a artist will have like a discography or like a soliloquy of what the project is and how they came on certain songs and experimented with different sounds and shit like that. I think about doing something like that, but I'm like, nah, let me put it in a form of like what I was telling you about, like niggas ain't got no choice but to fuck with it. So it's like even though you listening to my music or you wearing my product or you doing something, like shit, you watching this shit cause it's a funny film or you like the motherfucking you like the actors, like when you like whatever you know what I'm saying, whatever the fuck the case may be, you like it cause you like it type shit rather than you like it or you're trying to watch it because this is his music. You know what I'm saying? Like separating the two, but still monetizing my music at the same time and putting it out there. So it's like even though you watching this film, you may not think you listen to my music, but you may look up one day, you sing and say, and you know what I'm saying? Like you may look like some shit like that, bro. Like all that type shit I'm trying to do out, bro. I want you to see me when you don't see me type shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you were saying people probably overlooked the first couple projects. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That the darkest times tape. I caught that on the first listen.
Yeah.
Talk to me about.
That's my best fight. Go ahead.
Nah, bro. Talk to me about what was going on that tape, cause you was like, basically saying like you got in a situation with a case and like your homies, and then he's talking about people not really accepting you for the real you. Like, how was you feeling around that time period?
So like at that time, I was out on 2 bonds, felony bonds at that. So it's one day I got this. The only reason I got the second bond really is because my cases weren't related to each other. So I had a gun case. I still got that shit pending. I just before you came got the phone my lawyer type shit. We got to send some my money and shit. So yeah, that's like shit I caught when I'm 23 now. I caught that shit right before I turned 19. So I was 18 at the time, like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? This shit was 2018. It's 4 years ago in March. And from back the following March, got locked up for some scamming shit. Make a long story short, that's what I'm on probation for now. At the time I went. So like at that time, I got these 2 cases hanging on my head. I don't know what the fuck finna happen. I ain't really too much. Those were my first 2 times going to jail too. So like, I had been in the court system before for some fighting in high school and shit, but that was like some citation shit. Like I didn't have to go to jail or not even no real court. Like you plead out, go to some little classes, and you done. Like you're on probation for a little minute, you done. You know what I'm saying? As long as you do your classes. This time I'm like really like looking at time. You know what I'm saying? I done been in there too, so I'm shook. Like hell nah. Like niggas ain't. I'm not. And on top of that, shit, I'm smoking weed. I'm doing what I'm doing and shit. Like I'm still risking it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing it because I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like people would say that. Like if you like my parents or like family, like whatever, they'll say that. But man, when all these influences and who around all that shit, and you see how the other side is, and you gon', you know what I'm saying, eventually double and double, and that's unfortunately what I feel too tight shit. You feel me? So as a result of that, like all that shit was going on at that time. Yeah, with the darkest times, I had that shit going on. Partners, like close partners, niggas that you would never think, goddamn, I'm gonna do it that way. Did you that way? You know what I'm saying? That's that bullshit. You know
Yeah.
Shit that you, like I said, niggas you grew up with, you think you gonna reach the top with them, all that type shit, you know? And they done backdoored me. And it's not just one. Like little by little. Of course, it ain't like all that happened at one time. Now, one of the situations, it was like we all wrote as a pack type shit. I was out with a whole group type shit on just some weird shit, bro. Like real weird shit. Over some real weird shit. Niggas doing weird shit about females and all types of shit. And I don't get out like that, bro. Like, I'm one of them, yeah, like, these hoes for everybody and all this shit, but us as partners, like, we gotta have some common courtesy, bro. And in this situation, it's like, it wasn't even necessarily about the female, it's the fact that you telling business about a female to other people that you ain't even told me. You know what I'm saying? About a female that I had dealings with it. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
That's lame.
And you never told you knew this shit before, and you the one that put me on with the female. So you telling people about this shit, and you never told me this shit. You know what I'm saying? Before this happened, before you put me on with it, bro. It ain't even my choice, and now you over here, like, trying to paint a picture like I'm stupid or whatever the fuck, and she still ain't told me this shit. I'm finding out about this shit for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the shit you saying don't make you look good. I'm just cut it clean. Like, nigga over here telling niggas that him and another nigga ran a train on a bitch that I was fucking with, that he put me on with, not fucking with, I was in a relationship with her. Now this shit came back false as a motherfucker. But that just goes to show you even more of like how niggas are. Like, why would you even say some shit like that for one that's not true? Then it don't make you look good. You ain't told your partner about this shit, and you telling somebody else about this shit that's eventually that you know gonna tell your partner, and you're not making yourself look good at all. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is just lame. Like, niggas is lame, bro.
How that made you start looking at people?
You can't wish it back. Nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. And then, like, that's one situation. Another one was on some life or death shit. Like, nigga put me in a life or death situation, set me up to be in a life or death situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, my day one. You know what I'm saying? Shit you never got down. Expect type shit. All that shit just put me in my mind, like, you can't put shit past nobody, bro. Nobody. I'm saying, even people closest to you, because you think they won't do you like that, they'll do you like that. And, that's how a lot of that music came together, too. It gave me more to talk about. I will say that. Usually, I got a song on the project, Use My Pain as Propane. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the shit that made me, use that shit to feel me. Not goddamn sitting that shit and motherfucker be sad. And that's something I struggle with. So it's like, you got different timelines. Another thing, it's like the timeline of the last 2 years of my life. That's what I feel like the darkest times was. When I dropped it, that's kind of, I put it on Instagram, I think, or some shit, but I explained, like, this is pretty much the timeline of, like, the last, I think I dropped the project before that, like, February 1st or January 31st and shit like that. So, like, from there all the way up to June, like, this is what's been going on, like, you know what I'm saying, and what's been going on. So, this project coming out now is, like, a timeline of from 2020 all the way up to now, 2022. So, I'm giving you shit from 2020 and you getting it. So, it's like you getting the best of what I done did from the last 2 years type shit. So, I'm pulling from all this. So, everything I recorded, I'm not dropping. That's another thing, like with my first 3 projects, like all the good shit that I recorded, like I got good shit and I got great shit. All the good shit I recorded, I dropped. Okay, but it was still shit I left off. Like I still got a lot of shit I ain't dropped type shit, and that shit's it probably never come out. Like I don't like it. Other people may like it. It may be certain parts of it I like, but it's not gonna come out because it's not gonna turn into nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or it may not have came to nothing. I'm not one of them go back and record type nigga. Like, I don't do that shit. So, yeah. As far as, that's how I'm going with that shit, bro. Yeah. I don't think I'm never not inspired. I think if I could, I'd go to the studio every day.
Okay.
You feel me? It's, time, that's a big thing. Like, time is a big thing. But, like, inspiration as far as the music shit, I say, like, when I like get up and say I'm going, of course, like I either just feel the urge to go, or like it's some shit that like just on my brain here that I feel like I gotta talk about or some shit like that. I mean, yeah, that's so that like in the moment those be inspirations, or like big inspirations. Shit, it could be motherfucking I remember this shit during the Darkest Times project. Right away it dropped. Right after I had dropped the biggest shit. Alright, and while I'm trying to drop the biggest, I'm not recording. So, and the biggest, that was probably like the hardest time I ever dropped some shit. I had to take shit off. Like, that's probably why you getting crazy. Crazy was supposed to drop back then, but I'm glad it worked out this way too, cause Crazy one of them ones. So we're gonna do a video for it. It's gonna be one of them ones.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And, yeah. So I'm glad that worked out that way, but with all this shit, it's just like making the most of it. I know music, so I know what to look for and what to ask for as far as producers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's trendy at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So never came in with that. And then I put my own spin on it. Like, so that be a big inspiration to a lot of my music as well. It's like what's going on as far as like my inspirations artist wise, like whether that be my favorite artist, my colleagues, shit like that. Like, okay, opening my brain to different realms and different things to talk about. It's like a big thing like I look for. So it's like if I ain't got nothing to listen to, I'd be kind of fucked up.
And then your voice is distinct, because you was telling me you kind of like use your voice as an instrument.
Yeah. That's something I always have had. Like, I can remember, nigga, I've been doing something with music, whether it was playing the keyboard in the chorus. I was in the chorus. Then middle school was when I like started writing raps. Well, elementary school I had been writing raps, but like middle school I started writing raps. I had a whole genre for that shit. Then high school, like 9th grade, I started recording. So it was like, and I always could sing a little bit. Like my mom would always have me sing for her, or sing for the family, or whatever the fuck the case may be. Like, so I always knew I could sing a little bit. And my mama was singer of the family. So if anything, if funeral happened, wedding happened, my mama gonna be the one to sing. So that was in my house. You know what I'm saying? My dad was a hip hop head type shit. And everybody around me just listened to different types. So I got everything. Like my grandparents, like this, they jazz was not like my grandparents on my mama's side. They Isaac Hayes, you see goddamn Isaac Hayes, like that type shit, that genre. So I'm hearing all that shit. With my mom, dad, they may throw that shit on around the house while I clean and shit. So I'm hearing all that shit. And my dad is a historian with the rap. So I'm hearing Beastie Boys and all types of different rap and different, even rock and roll, fucking heavy metal, jazz, all that shit. So my grandparents, they like Langston Hughes. I mean, not Langston Hughes, like Luther Vandross. I don't know why the fuck.
He's hard.
He hard as fuck. But I'm like, I damn near know every fucking. I probably don't even go and listen to. I'm probably tired of hearing Luther Vandross. I heard that shit sing with Michael Jackson. I done heard that shit somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all the oldies, like I know that shit just as much by heart as I do. So all that shit play a tie into all. Like music has always been a part of me type shit, and I always like that shit.
What's next? Like, what you got coming up?
Shit, releasing this music, overdose project, videos, like clothing line to go with it, like indirectly, kind of directly type of thing, promote it, different, all types of shit, bro. Different blogs and posts, and you know, shit like a lot of playlisting. I want to get into overdose is kind of like the warm up. By the end of the year, I want to drop another project that's gonna be like the one. Like it's gonna have more songs. Overdose. I'm shooting. I'm not gonna go over 10 songs for overdose. The next one, I don't know why I got 12 in my head. Like I want to do 12, 13 songs, and like it's gonna be a real album type shit, substance. I'm probably gonna write the whole album, and it's gonna be one of them ones. Gonna have skits in there, all types of shit, like all that type of shit.
Nah, we ready, bro. I definitely see you got some growth to do as an artist, and I'm excited to see that shit unfold.
Yeah. It's like unlimited growth with this shit. Like, yeah, you're right, bro. Yeah,
Facts. Facts. Hey, bro, leave the people with your info.
You get at me on Instagram at official Big Boss B. That's official Big Boss BOSSB. And yeah, I ain't really on too much else. Big Bizzy on all streaming platforms, and that's Big B BIG BIZZYY. You know what I'm saying? Big Bizzy. That's how we going with it.
Appreciate the combo, bro.
Appreciate it, my man. Thanks for the opportunity, bro. Love like what you doing too, man.
Appreciate that.
Them stepping stone albums and shit, if I gotta give you them to have my ownership and shit, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Them stepping stones, you know, like, but I'm not giving everything to nobody, bro.